It wouldn't be things that need to be said if I didn't give you all the things they don't want you to talk about.
I do know this. If you're black, Latin, Asian, Middle Eastern, you make fun of people in this country, it's fun, it's funny. But if you're white and you make fun of people in this country, well, you're racist. I think it's gotten so out of control, so out of hand, and so politically correct. Watch commercials. Every commercial on television, the white guy is an absolute moron. A complete drip. ADT, this is another one. Home security system ad. Somebody breaks in, they call you right away. Everybody should get this system. Because according to every one of the commercials that ADT makes, there's a full-blown epidemic in our country of white burglars. Here's a white burglar. A white burglar shows up in a suit and tie, gives you stats and figures that are all lies. You give him all your retirement money, then he splits town and moves to the Bahamas. That is a white burglar. Or you address him as congressman.
Hey everybody, your resident man in black is back again for a new edition of the best kept secret in the conservative movement right here on MRC-TV. I'm Nick Kangadis. Really quick, head on over to Rumble, subscribe to our channel, and hit that like button. And no matter where you watch our videos, please share, like, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. I actually read what you guys have to say, and I occasionally respond, so don't be shy. Now, on with the show. Folks, lately I've been promoting what everyone's calling alternative media on this show. As far as I'm concerned, all the televised news outlets, all of them, are now the alternative. Just for context, I can tell you that for years now, the only time I ever watch any televised news is in clip form, so I can write about how stupid the people are on those channels. And people will say to me, Nick, how do you do what you do and you don't watch the news? Because I want to stay informed.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts, it's facts, it's not facts.
In saying that, this week, I'm going to give you some comparisons, and you tell me in the comments which you think is now the alternative. See if you can spot the differences. Ready?
And here we go.
We don't find any hints of Tice, but come across something extraordinary.
I can't tell though, it might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's locked. Is he gonna shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door. We go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Oh, it moved. Is there someone there?
Yeah. It's open.
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian. He tells the fighter he's from the city of Humps and has been in the cell for 3 months.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. My. Okay, it's water. It's water. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
We start to walk him outside. This is the third prison they brought me to, he says. The third prison. After 3 months in a windowless cell, he can finally see the sky. My God, the light, he says. Oh God, there is light. My God, there is light. Okay.
Or
CNN is being accused of staging this. Now, I'm not saying that because I don't know. It could just be that Clarissa Ward is dumb as a box of rocks and just believes whatever she's told by the people that surround her. This journalist, Clarissa Ward, was going to look for an American journalist and stumbled upon this prison where they found a man who had been left to die, not seeing the sun for months and not having any food or water for days. Surprisingly, he springs up like a spring chicken, doo-doo-doo, after gunshots were going off, walks outside and looks right at the sky. Are you kidding me? I can certainly tell you they're not being completely honest, and this is why people don't watch CNN anymore. It's why the network is failing. Basically, every single comment, even from liberals, they're like, if he hadn't seen the sky in 3 months, how is he just wide-eyed and staring at it? Bro, I have trouble looking at the ground after it snows, it's so bright. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know, they're really bright days. You wake up in the morning, you open the blinds, and you're like, my eyes. You don't walk outside and go, so let me stare at the sun. That's easy to do. Now, I've talked to many people, and they say you can't shoot locks off. It's not a thing. That's a movie thing. If you're in a closed space and you fire a rifle at a lock, that bullet is going somewhere, Remember we just saw that journalist who got shot in the arm? He got hit by fragmentation because they were firing a rifle at 15 feet at steel targets? You want to tell me that they stood point blank in a closed cell and shot a lock and it opened?
So who is blowing smoke at you? CNN or Tim Pool? That's right. Anyone with 2 brain cells knew that the CNN report was a little too convenient and not out of character for the communist news network to, at the very least, embellish a story, any story, to promote some kind of narrative. To be fair, maybe the Syrians duped CNN. But how big of a bubble do you live in as a news outlet that you didn't smell something fishy going on in that situation even after the producers were given the footage to edit? Next up, we have CNN's resident tearjerker Van Jones talking on a panel of mostly establishment media propagandists about some of the reasons why Democrats lost in 2024.
Digital is a new door knocking. You got to understand that. We were laughing our butts off at Donald Trump for suspending his door knocking campaign and letting Charlie Kirk and Elon do a bunch of stuff online. We said, these guys are idiots. These guys are stupid. Then you start knocking on these doors. You know what people come to the door with? Their phone in their hand. They're in a 24-hour digital surround sound that has nothing to do with CNN, has nothing to do with any stuff that we do. I asked I got a teenage son, I asked him, who are the most influential people in the world today? I'm thinking to myself, he's gonna say Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z. He says, Kai Cent, Aiden Ross, Jinxie, and Sketch. I don't know who he's talking about. I said, what platforms are you on? He goes, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I said, that sounds like you need to go to the hospital. What are these platforms?
Or
a lot of these people that watch these streams support Trump.
But you got to realize it's not even like America accidentally got red pilled. Like, you just start telling people men can be women and you're racist and you're wrong for thinking really regular rudimentary thoughts. People are gonna start saying, I ain't doing that shit.
who do you trust in that situation? Someone who still just doesn't get it in terms of why the people they think should be influential aren't anymore? Or people, like the Cartier family, who look and listen and make their assessment based on what actually happened, not how could this happen? And then you have the millionaire morons at MSNBC who don't understand how inflation and deflation work. Not that I'm some economic genius, but then again, it doesn't take one to comprehend how we get our food between the farmers and the growing and the cultivating and the transportation of the produce and the gas it takes to move those goods and the man hours it takes to put those items on the shelves. They literally just think the grocery stores magically create all of this stuff. Take a look and see if you can spot the difference between the perpetually stupid and the people who know better.
The economy, more than any other issue, was determinative in this past election. And the fact is, while the rate of inflation is close to where it was before the pandemic at this point in time, there is corporate greed. We know what the explanation is for why the cost of groceries and gas is about 20% or more higher than it was before the pandemic. Donald Trump is unwilling to take on the anti-competitive behavior in the marketplace by the oil companies and the gas companies and the meat companies. And so now that he's won this election after campaigning in poetry, horrific poetry, he is now going to walk back all of his promises about reining in the price of goods because he doesn't want to upset his billionaire donors and, of course, the major corporations that have been flooding our system of elections with cash to get him elected.
And then you come to these big urban centers and where people do not understand where their food comes from.
Right.
I read an article, this is when I lived in LA as an actor, and there was some uproar. Some cheerleader had gone hunting and killed a deer or something. And the picture made it in the paper or somehow, made it somewhere. And there was this massive, people went nuts. And I'm flipping through the paper and I'm reading the letters to the editor. It's kind of there in the front. And they were all about this girl. And there's a picture of her. And one of them said that all hunters should be killed. How dare they go out and kill that animal? Why can't they just go get their food at the grocery store where it's made. No, someone got mad enough to write that letter and wrote it and reread it and sent it. And then it was printed, not from a sense of irony from the paper, I doubt. And I remember thinking, God, people don't even know where it comes from. They have no idea what it takes to put food on a table.
My friends, who do you think are the people that rationally inform you? And who are the people attempting to keep you in a perpetual state of fear and depression? I think it's a pretty easy choice. The establishment propaganda media and the politicians who own their narratives, as I said a few weeks ago, are done. You know how I know that? Because I watch alternative media. Case in point.
We run a campaign that's basically scandal-free. It's hard to do in American politics these days.
Even the attendees at the Democratic National Convention holiday reception started to chuckle. I mean, what's next? Is Kamala Harris going to say that the Democrats' far left Marxist agenda hasn't been defeated? Oh, wait, what's this?
Our spirit is not defeated. We are not defeated. Let's be clear about that. We are strong. We are clear about why we are in this. And because you're here right now, I say, again, thank you, because not only are you clear about all of that, you're willing to put in the hard work. And that work must continue.
Yes, please continue to do what you've done. It's shown the American people just how insane the Democrat Party has become and how big of liars the mainstream media is.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Well, how about MAGA Christmas instead, lady?
If you still need more proof after all that, then maybe some just need to do more research on their own. I can't and won't think for you. It's not my job. I give you the information and then, like the proud, independently thinking individual you hopefully are, take that info and make your own decisions. But don't take my word for it. I'm only part of the same alternative media that has become what the mainstream wishes they were once again. I'll leave you with this, and it's one of the few times that I actually agree with Van Jones.
The mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream.
So, were these things that needed to be said? Let me know in the comments where I do read most and reply to some, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel on Rumble and hit that like button. If you like this video, don't forget to share, comment, and give it a thumbs up. Those are the best ways to help these videos reach more people, and it's the best way to let us know you want us to keep these videos coming. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that YouTube might actually let you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video if they haven't censored it or taken it down yet. Like us on Facebook, check out more of our work at MRCTV.org, and if you want to support our content and the conservative movement, head on over to MRC.org/donate to help us out, since we're a nonprofit and couldn't do what we do without all of you. For MRC TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.